We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Hornets come into town. Welcome, folks, and thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us here at 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. Taking a look at Denver. Now, here is Young. Reeves outside. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. Nice D from Brooks. The Nuggets on offense. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Now, here is Young. Bradley Beal unable to get his shot to go. On the wing, Reeves. Young taking his time here. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Kessler. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. In the corner, it's Nesmith. And the 3 off target.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Briefly spoke with David Adelman. I asked him about his team's plan and trying to contain Kevin Durant. He said, I don't think you can contain Kevin Durant. Our focus is trying to have him take tough shots and hope he misses most of them. We'll see if they can put any pressure on KD tonight, guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Young. Following the basket by Julius Randle. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That is his first foul of the game. Young with the ball. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Pass to Kessler. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And here's Giannis. He's as potent an offensive player as you're going to find in this league. He averages almost 30 points a game. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Kessler the screen. The 3 from KD. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here.
Away team ball.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Clock at 6. Pass to Kessler. Over Randle. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Kessler's got his second bucket. Over in the corner, Randle. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Young who brings it up for Charlotte. And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again. KD is right at the top of that list.
Talk about a modicum of consistency. Kevin Durant has played at an elite level since he's been in the league, and that's a lot of years, and continuing to do just that.
Here's Young, following the basket by Giannis. Kessler the screen. It's Durant on the wing. It's all about Antetokounmpo. Here's Brooks. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And Brooks known as somebody that provides great energy and hustle, especially when the break is on.
Pass to Kessler. Back to KD. Fires from 14. Second chance effort. No good that time. Giannis with some nice D. Denver in the lead. And Randall throws it down.
You know, this guy never stops working. He's always going hard, and Randall's aggressiveness is what allows him to be such a good offensive rebounder.
Pass to Kessler. Now, here is Young. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Beal. Nothing on the board. Durant with a wide open look. Julius Randle with the rebound.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
Beal's got such a fluid shooting motion. It really helps him on those catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Kessler the screen. On its way from Young for two. That's in. He's got two made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Now, here is Young. He has 5. Outside for Durant. Young in the corner. Denver grabs the miss. And Antetokounmpo inside. Score of the basket, his third after 5 shots.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
Here's Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
1. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And Randall throws it down.
Boy, what a throwdown by the well-built 6'9" Julius Randle with power.
Here's Young. Plays it up and banks it in. Young's got 7. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. Here's Giannis. Antetokounmpo with the finish.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Young outside. Outside Durant. In the corner, it's Kessler. Back to KD. Just 3 to shoot. Young with the ball. Now defended by Randall. They now take the lead. He's got 10.
Nice and composed on that 3 there. Trey giving his fundamentals all of his attention.
First team foul.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far? for the Hornets.
Their chemistry, that's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
Durant, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
It is simply amazing to watch Antetokounmpo sprint the floor, covering up so much ground with those long strides.
Kessler the screen. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Antetokounmpo, no good.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Young for three. Denver grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Already he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
In the corner, it's Nesmith. Here's Giannis. Inside, Antetokounmpo, automatic.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Young, right side. Here's Dunn. And the rejection by Giannis. Brooks with no one around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Durant with it. It's picked up by Brooks. Strong finish by KD.
You know, the defense is all over Durant inside, but, you know, his length and agility and high release point allow him to still make it happen.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with, a beacon of energy and enthusiasm for his team. They all feed off of him, an attitude of joy and unselfishness.
No one near Reeves as he lets it go. That's in, coming off the assist from KD.
Reeves can make you pay from deep, especially if you allow him to get comfortable and set.
And he makes that one.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him. You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Now here's Durant. Following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And high-quality numbers for him all season long. How about 81 from the line?
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Young drives in. To the middle. Here's Messi. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
You know, an awesome decision maker in that pick and roll. Young taking whatever he sees in these sets.
The shot by Beal, no good. Young, right side. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Hornets ahead. They lead by 4. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. The Nuggets trailed by 4. Giannis drives in to the paint, and Randall throws it down.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
And so it's Charlotte with it. Denver getting their last shot to go. Here's Kessler. The kick out to Young. Pass to Kessler. Another shot. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Kessler's got the lead up to 4 now for Charlotte.
Nice read from the veteran Durant that time, recognizing the defense had overcommitted.
Randall outside. Kessler with the rebound. Hornets leading by 4. Outside, KD. Kessler the screen. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And here's Denver. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That will complete this 4-game homestand.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Now here's Durant. 12 points for him. Young's shot is up.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
And Clark, as we watch Aaron Nesmith, he was such a great shooter in college, and it took him a while to find his stroke in the NBA.
And you know what, Kevin, nothing really surprising about that. Most players struggle to find their game in the NBA, to find their role in the NBA. But Nesmith, he's found his rhythm and his role, and he clearly is dangerous from behind the arc. Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Young outside. Wants to get it to Kessler and does. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
Nuggets trail. Now, Antetokounmpo. He's got 17. With the drive. It's good on the putback.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Durant. 12 points for him.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence. Not an A-plus trip to the line, but he did get them the lead.
Pass to Nesmith. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Charlotte in the lead. Over to the wing. Young outside. Back to Clark. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Here's Giannis for the lead. And it's Durant with the rebound. And Clark has got the ball here for the Hornets. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Kessler the screen. Back to KD. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target from the baseline.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And he's good on the 3 ball. McCain's got the lead up to 4 now for the Hornets.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Powers through inside, Giannis.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Pass to Kleba. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
No mercy shown that time on D by Giannis. Great rejection.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Charlotte trailing. Here's the screen. Right wing. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Out to the right wing. Outside Warren. Off target from outside. Denver calls timeout.
Good timeout call right there. Looked like the guys were gassed. Heavy legs out there for sure.
Just 4 seconds left in the third quarter.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one.
37.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Timeout call, Nuggets. And While we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. I was able to listen to what David Appleman went over with his team. Now, he told his guys not to get comfortable. He said, so we've got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Young outside. There's the three. Knocks down the three ball.
And defensively, you have to stay connected to Young at all times.
Here's Giannis. A shot off that time. Here is Durant. Reeves outside. Takes a three. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And that's an intentional foul.
First team foul.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Randall right side. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
You know, Randall has a nice package. He's got a good touch, good mechanics, and he's a capable mid-range shooter.
Pass to KD. Good! Durant from way past the arc.
3 points.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Defense has Giannis well covered, but he gets physical right back and draws the foul in the act of shooting.
And the number of fouls he's drawn has resulted in a bunch of trips to the line. So even if he doesn't make them all, it still had a positive effect.
KD looking around. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. And the Hornets with possession here. A 2-point game. 6 on the shot clock. Young outside to take the lead.
And nothing's been easy for them, especially in this half.
Pass to Kessler. Back to Durant. To the wing right side. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Randall no good. And so it's Charlotte with it. They played a great 4th quarter defensive, allowing only 3 points.
What doesn't Kevin Durant do? He's showing us everything here.
Here's Antetokounmpo. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Outside Durant. 4th quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. To take the lead. Kevin Durant, bullseye, money in the 3.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Alvarado with the steal. An easy 2 points on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 26.
He's only 1 for 4 here in the 4th, but maybe, just maybe, that bucket will ignite his offense.
Right side, Kevin Durant. Here's Dunn. That 3 off the mark. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Denver. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. 13 foul.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Outside for Randall. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Randall's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Young with the ball. Now defended by Randall. Kessler the screen to the inside. And Kessler throws it down.
Guard-like quickness of Durant makes him hard to guard. Which in turn opens up passing lanes for him too.
And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. That's a 2 from Randall. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
Calm when it counts. Randall has that clutch DNA.
Kessler the screen. Here's KD. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Denver in the lead. Randall outside. Pass to Brooks. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Dillon Brooks relishes the chance to make the big impact play.
Kessler the screen. And here's KD for 3.
The ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
That's just sloppy basketball, giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
Charlotte trails by 4. Reeves outside. Kessler the screen. Left side, KD. Just 5 on the clock. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Somebody lit a fire under Kevin Durant.
Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
They have to be careful with the ball.
And there's the call on Durant. That's foul number 2 for him. Timeout call, Nuggets. Six seconds left in the game. Giannis right side. Here's Randall. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Powerful move that time by Randall. He'll go to the free throw line.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Pass to KD. Good.
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. The Hornets call time. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
No doubt. I mean, the next shot has to be a three.
Antetokounmpo with the steal. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. What a show.